Hi, I'm Sue from GardenShop, and today we are going to show you how to do a Waterwise garden. Now here to assist me as usual is Bethel and Alfred. Thank you guys for coming to help us here. And we've got this section here in the nursery which is really a troublesome area because everybody is forever forgetting to water it. So we've selected some plants that will go into this area and we are going to plant them accordingly. And then we also have our two water features here, which is, as you can see, very water-wise water features. They have no surface area where the water is going to evaporate. So this is going to form the focal part of our garden. Now, as you can see, this area already has some existing plants in it, so we are going to substitute it with some more plants. The plants that are here is already water-wise, and I just want to bring in a little bit of color, and you'll see as I go through the plants that I've selected some bright yellow foliage to contrast with everything here. We've also gone for a very rustic theme with these sandstone bowls here. The bowls are filled with germination mix, which got a huge palm peat content, which is a saturate, which in itself is then very water wise. We also going to fill some areas with bark chips to use as mulching, and then we've got some hard landscaping with some pebbles in between as well. All very good water wise principles. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow in here into these pots here, and I've selected some Plectranthus nuchilus, which is an indigenous little ground cover, and it's actually semi-succulent. So this will grow in the pot and it will then eventually cascade over it along with the Juncus here and the Lonaceria in the pot that is also going to cascade a little bit. Now this is a new baby on the block, and this is a little dwarf Agavantos with this lovely yellow foliage. It is the Agavantos Summer Gold, and I'm going to put that between the pots here to actually highlight these areas. In you go, little guys. Here's another Plectranthus, and one here and one over here. Over here we've got some Asparagus Ferns, which we're going to plant in this area where there's a lot of root competition, and you can see it's got a very nice fine foliage. Small leaves are always good for water-wise because your evaporation on small leaves are less. I'm just going to show you quickly why. There's another reason why this plant is such a water-wise plant, and if I can just get to it. It actually makes like little bulbs, which is a bit dried out now. There you can see some. And those bulbs actually help to keep, there's a nice one over there. Aha. Now you can see these bulbs are full of water, so these plants are actually storing water in their roots as they go along. And then we've got our section here in the front, and I wanted to repeat the yellow that we had in here. So for a focal point, I've selected Agavantos Zambezi, which is a very big Agavantos. You can see again it's got this very beautiful yellow stripes on the leaves, and I'm going to put them in on either side. And to complement that, I've got some Carex Gold, which we're going to plant on the border here. And again, we're bringing out that bright light from the yellows. And then just to finish it off, we've got some spackworm, which will grow in sun and shade, and we can prune them beautifully. A succulent, and they will just grow and grow. And you can even eat them or drink them if you're very thirsty. So we're going to put them in here towards our water feature. They will obviously grow a bit bigger, so then we can prune them to size. And then on the other side here, we're basically going to repeat the picture once we start planting. So what we've got here, we're going to do on this side here, and then right on this side, I've got some euphorbia fire sticks, which we're going to put in here. It's going to give us some height, and in winter it would give us these nice yellow colored stems. And then last of all, just for some repetition, I've got another Agavantos Zambezi, which we're going to plant in here. We're ready to plant, and just to make sure that our plants grow very well, we're going to plant all these plants in the same way. We're going to add a lot of organic material in terms of compost. So we're going to mix that with our soil after we've dug our holes, and then we're also going to put a little bit of 315 in to make sure that the roots of the plants establish well. It is important that roots of plants are well established in order to sustain the plant in terms of water-wise. We've now completed our planting, and what we're going to do next is to put bark down on all the exposed soil surfaces like here. The bark will act as a mulch that will reduce moisture loss out of the soil, because the water actually condenses against the bark and falls back into the soil. And then the other areas here that we've hard landscape, we're going to fill up with pebbles in these areas here. So Bethel, if you want to take the bark here, and Alton, you can do us some pebbles. Let's get going. Well, my team here has done a fantastic job. They have filled all the open spaces of soil with bark, which is going to be acting as our mulch. And then the other hardscaped areas we've covered up with pebbles, and everything is looking nice and bright. And all we need now is some water, which I'm going to do now. And you must remember, a lot of these plants are newly planted plants, so we need to water it thoroughly and deep. It is far better to water deep and less frequently than what it is to water little bits every day. So rather, once a week, do a thorough watering, and all these plants should be able to withstand it. The other thing is too, that in terms of your watering, remember, some of these plants are new plants, and at the moment, until such time that they're established, they might need a bit more water. And then it's far more effective to water by hand than having sprinklers that is all over the place and wasting water in places where it's not needed. So that is us for today. Alton and Bethel, thank you very much for helping me. And I'm Sue, I'm your garden guru from GardenShop, and you can follow us on our website, gardenshop.co.za, where all our videos and all our workshops are posted. Thank you very much for joining us.